Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is RJ. So today I'm bringing you something new. We're going to be checking out a program called Mining Blocks. Now I've been using this for a couple of weeks, so we're going to be checking out how we're getting on, and I'm also going to give you my opinion on it. So keep watching. Hey guys, RJ here and welcome to another video. And remember, if this is your first time visiting my channel and you want to learn more about how to earn cryptocurrency for free, about cloud mining sites, crypto investments and lots of other crypto related stuff, hit that subscribe button and don't forget to tag that notification bell so you're alerted to all my latest content as it comes online. Okay, so this is our new program, Mining Blocks. Now, I've been using this for 2 weeks. The first thing I'm going to say is that you do not need to invest. There is no need to invest in this program. If you are patient and if you are happy to put in a bit of work, you will quite easily start earning coins from this program with no investment whatsoever. And there is numerous ways that you can sort of help build your account quite quickly with, like I say, with no investment whatsoever. So that's the first thing I'm going to say, is that you do not need to invest. So the other thing I'm going to talk about is, as we get into this program, some of you guys that have been with my channel for a very long time are going to see some real similarities between this and a program that we were actually using back in 2017. Now, I don't know how many of you actually remember this, but do you guys remember this program? Miner Farm. Now, this was one of the, if not the first Bitcoin website program mining simulator I ever reviewed. And this was back in 2017. This was around about the time when Bitcoin was exploding. Just, you know, this is when Bitcoin hit 20,000. It went from something like about $350 or $500 or something like that. It was at maybe, yeah, something like that. And then it just blew up. And basically the sudden interest in it, hit 20,000. And obviously it was great times for the world of crypto. You're probably thinking, well, he's showing it. He wants to show us his program Mining Blocks, but he keeps talking about Miner Farm. The reason why is because for those people that remember Miner Farm, it's always going to stick in your mind that they just disappeared. Well, the reason why I'm talking about it now is I want to talk about how Mining Blocks is very similar, but the things they've put in place to be better and really should enable them to keep going into the very near future. Mining Blocks has already been around 1 year, and because they've already had they've already celebrated Christmas and stuff like that with Christmas competitions and all that, Christmas events and all that kind of stuff. But like I say, I've only been using it for 2 weeks, but because of my experience with Miner Farm, I wanted to give a comparison. So for those people that remember Miner Farm and think, well, you know, do I really want to get involved in this new one that is very similar? I'm going to tell you the reasons why Mining Block is so much better in basically ways of sustainability. Okay, so this is Mining Blocks, okay? So we'll just quickly read how it works. And this actually was, because it reminded me so much of Miner Farm, I initially did not get involved with this for at least a couple of weeks after I was informed about it. I didn't actually know about this program. A member of my Discord, AlphaCat, dropped me a link and said, go and check this out. And what was funny, they gave me a description of the site, and as soon as I read it, or as soon as they told me about it, I thought, this is exactly like Miner Farm. Do I want to bring this to my channel because of what happened to Miner Farm? And I didn't do it. I left it for a couple of weeks, and I thought, look, I'm going to go and check it out. And then once I was in there, I realized that you know, for all I know, this could actually be made by the same people that have made Minor Farm, because it's so similar. But like I say, they have added things in there which should help sustainability of the program. But this is another reason why I don't want you to invest. So one, you don't really need to invest. If you're happy to put a bit of work in, you will not need to invest in this program. But also, because it is so similar to Minor Farm, I don't want you to invest because of what happened to Minor Farm. Anyway, so about us. Mining Blocks is a mining simulator where you can mine coins or also be a pool owner, exactly like Minor Farm. So you can earn a fee for every block mined. So that is a possibility if you want to get involved in that. And then it says, we are Mining Blocks. We are a mining simulator website where you can virtually mine cryptos. And the great thing about this, just like Minor Farm, anything you earn, you can withdraw into an external wallet, and that is yours to keep. So how to mine? Sign up, activate your space power supply and miner. 3, join any pool. 4, and wait for the rewards. Every 30 minutes, the block will be released for each coin token. The pool of each coin will fight to get a reward, and the pool who win the reward will distribute that reward between their members, and the amount that you earn will depend on your contribution in that pool. So 2 things. 1, this is just like how a mining pool used to work in the real world, or it probably still does work in the real world. Like if you had physical miners in your house. So I've spoke about this before. It basically works like Roller Coin. And I have explained Roller Coin in my deep dive tutorial. If you remember, basically it works on a POW system. So that's a proof of work system. So for the members, so for us miners, so basically, simply put, the more power you have, so i.e. the more miners you have, the more you will earn in whichever pool you decide to join. That is the simple way of putting it, because basically, like it says here, depends on your contribution in that pool. So the contribution is gauged by the amount of power you have, because the amount of power you have, or should I say the more power you have, the more you help that pool decrypt the block or solve the block and basically claim the coin. So like I say, simply put, the more power you have, the more you will earn in whatever pool you decide. Now for pool owners, this is a similar way it works, is the more members you have. Actually, let me correct that, because it doesn't actually come down to members. If you're a pool owner, again, the more power you have, the more likely you are to discover a block for whatever coin you have decided your pool is going to represent. And then once you find that block, then obviously that then sort of moves down to the miner level, and then obviously all your miners will solve that block, and then you'll claim those rewards. But now this is the problem, and this is sort of where one of the things that Minor Farm fell foul of, which Mining Blocks seem to have thought about and basically put in a better system. So in Minor Farm, everybody mined the same coin. We all mined Bitcoin. That was the only coin you could mine on Minor Farm. Now here you can see currently you can mine Tron, Tezos, Redcoin, I believe that is, ADA, Litecoin, and Dogecoin. So you've got 6 coins that you can mine. Therefore, basically, the pools are spread over 6 coins. Whereas in Minor Farm, every single pool that was open were fighting for the same block, essentially. And basically, what happened was that you had, I mean, I had a lot of people join under me because, again, obviously, like I talked about, I was one of the first people ever to bring this really to YouTube. So, and I happened to just hit it at the right time when the market was doing well, and I had a lot of people join under me and then join my pool. So my pool was actually one of the highest or the largest pools on Miner Farm, and we actually did really well. We were doing really well. I can't remember if we were the top. I don't think we were top, but we were like top 3 definitely, and we were doing really well in the sense of how many blocks we were finding. But the problem is that everybody decided, or lots of people decided, to open pools, and the thing is just like this site, basically there is a fee, and whether your pool was doing well or not doing well, you still had to pay that fee. So there was a lot of people that ended up in a situation that hardly had anybody join their pool because they just were so small, so that people knew, well, that pool's really small, they're not going to earn a lot, we're not going to earn a lot, so we will go and join the bigger pools. And that's, I was lucky, like I said, I had one of the bigger pools, a lot of people joined. But, and it ended up in this situation where, like, I was constantly, sending emails to Miner Farms support, basically saying, look, can we just change these pools? Can we have it so, because what I wanted to do was I actually wanted to open a pool purely for people that were at the lower level. So the idea was that only people with very small accounts could join my pool. That was what I wanted, but Miner Farm didn't want to do that. They made some adjustments, but they didn't make the correct ones, and essentially, basically, the whole thing just, like I say, collapsed, and they then just disappeared. But if we go in, I'll show you. So we'll just start. So this is my account right now. This is actually my account right now. So as we're talking about pools, let's just quickly dive in here. So these are the pools that are available. So Block, obviously the site is called Mining Blocks, Mining Block, which is really clever because obviously blocks are what we mine in the real world. But what they've done is they've created an in-game currency called blocks. So I think that's quite a cool, a bit of a play on words there, which I like. So basically, you can have a block pool. So these pools that have got the black icon, that's a block pool. You've got a Tron pool, Litecoin pool, Doge pools. You've got another block pool there, and then you've got a Tezos pool. You've got a Redcoin pool. You've got another block pool. You've got an adder pool. You've got another adder pool. And then obviously as you go down, you're getting less and less people in the block and in the pools, and this is where people that are not decide to jump in too early don't do well. Basically, because like I say, you're paying. You've got to pay 100. I think it's 100. 100. No, that's the wrong one. No, that's. Sorry, you got to pay 100. So if you go create a pool, you got to pay 100 blocks, yeah. And then basically, you can set a fee for how much the members will pay as a fee. You can obviously set your name, and then obviously you can also set the power that you will accept people at. So you can put it at 0, so anybody can join your pool. Or you can put it at, say, let's say whatever you want, so only people that with that power or higher can then join your pool. I think the reason why there's more block pools is because block is the in-game currency. Yeah. So when you first get started, really block is the only thing that's useful for you to mine, because you've got such a small miner. And you need to upgrade and therefore either buy things from the store or craft So I'm basically in this pool. I'm in the largest pool. I'm paying the largest fee as well. But like I say, in the comparison between mining block and miner farm, this setup in mining block is way better, because like I say, you're not getting absolutely massive pools for starters, because the most you can have is 2,000 people in there, which might seem a lot, but in miner farm, some pools had over 14,000 members. About 20. Some pools had like 20,000 members. So 2,000 is not a lot at all, really. And like I say, so because they've cut down the amount of members per pool, and also basically they're bringing in multiple coins. That side of things is way better sorted out. It's a lot better sorted out. It's a much more manageable and much more there's more control there. You're not really going to get pools that are just running away into the distance and nobody else is going to get a look in the way of blocks, because they've put a maximum amount of people in a pool. And like I say, because there's so many different pools, it's just the distribution is just way better, and like I say, it's just way more manageable. Okay, so I just wanted to get into that, because really that's really for a lot of people that remember Miner Farm and might be a bit apprehensive about this program. So anyway, okay, so when you first come into your account, this is going to be your dashboard. Obviously, you can see that I've got X amount of power, a certain amount of block, which is the coin I'm mining at the moment, but you also have a choice of numerous other coins as well. So anyway, when you first get in there, the first thing you want to be doing is going to equip your miner, your power supply, and you've got to make space for it as well in your warehouse, which is quite novel, because you'd think, well, if I've got a warehouse or a mining building, surely the space is already there. But anyway, you dive in here, and the first thing you've got to do is basically go into your space extensions, and you will automatically be given 5. That means that you have 5 spaces. So like it says here, space, 5 spaces, and in use for me there are 4. So I have 1 left over, and also you can have a maximum of 800. You can only have a maximum of 800 spaces in your miner warehouse. So you've got to activate that. So you go equip there, then you go to your power supply, and would be your power supply. So it would be starter power, and you click equip on there. Then you go into your miners, or miners as it's been written here, and you'll be looking for this one, the starter miner. Mine says +1. That's because I've upgraded it once, which actually it's really, your starter miner is so low it's not really worth upgrading. And then you'll click equip. So now you've got your space, your power supply, and your miner is running. From this point, what you want to do is dive into your pool. So this is basically all the pools. You can click load more to see all the others that are available. Okay, so you've selected your pool. What then do you want to start to do? So the next thing after you've selected your pool, you want to dive into your faucet. Now, this is the great thing with this faucet, is not only can you collect block, which is the in-game currency, it will also now and again give you items to craft other miners. So you can see we've still got 300 odd seconds to go. Basically, a faucet the timer will run for 15 minutes, which is 900 seconds, I believe. And every basically 15 minutes, you'll get a little box saying, claim it, and you'll do a little faucet. But like I say, the main thing is you're going to get a block reward, and then sometimes you will also get things like chips, internal power supplies, and stuff like that to craft other miners. But again, this is going to be something we're going to look at in more detail in just a second. Okay, so after you've claimed your first faucet, what do you want to do then? You want to drop into your faucet your short links. Unfortunately, at the moment, anything with the word fly.me at the end is not working, but all of the others seem to be working okay. Hopefully, the fly.me ones will be coming back because they are the ones you'll actually earn the most coins from, or the most block from. So hopefully they will be coming back. And then then once you've done those, go into your offer wall. And for me, I'm not a big fan of doing surveys. So what I tend to do is pick all the ones that you can literally just click links to websites, or you can do PTC ads. So Bitco Tasks is a great one for basically just links to websites. If you click on that, you'll get a thing saying that basically, and that's just to go and visit a website. Then you've got Monlix, which also do ads. They do loads of other stuff. They do surveys and stuff like that, but they also do a page of ads. Again, you can see I've already claimed them. Once you've done them, once you've done Monlix, go to Skippy ads, and then you can do all the PTC ads. I'm not sure. No, none available at the moment. But again, more PTC ads. The reason why I'm showing these is these are quick fire ways to get your account building some coins. Crypto ad. Unfortunately, these did have some ads. Now it's just a short link program, but the short links in here seem to work pretty much okay. The FC ones, most of these all work okay. So again, you can come and claim those. Just obviously, like it says, be aware that some may contain lots of pop-ups, some may contain adult ads and fake buttons. So if you've never done short links before, it can be a bit of a minefield, but they are a really quick way of earning yourself and building up some coins in your account. Then you've got Offer C. So again, you can visit websites. Here, there's another one. A lot of the times, I've claimed a lot of these today, so you're only seeing like one there that's available, and that is basically because I've claimed them before. So all you do is click on it. This is pretty much any of the ones that are just like visit a website. They all work the same. You'll have this bit of a timer bar go across, and then basically once that finishes, you'll do like a little capture or something like this. So you just pick the odd one, and then that's it. And then it will sort of reclaim, and then that's it. Once it goes to the full website without the bar, then that is claimed. So like I say, all the visit website ones work like that, a bit like Bitswall and stuff like that. And then you've got eWall, which is basically the same thing, you got a PTC ad there. And then you've got Wall Offer, which again is similar to Bitswall, but it's I'm not sure if this is their own one. But again, you've got there that you can claim. And then you've got Revlum. And then if you go into Discover, you can watch videos. And sometimes there's ads here as well. Obviously, I've claimed the ads today. You can watch the videos. So all of the others, they are just sort of surveys, mobile offers, and that kind of thing. The ones I've just gone through, they are all the ones that I personally do because they have quickfire ads, PTC ads, visit website, all those real quick things that you can do. And they will build coins pretty rapidly. And then, like I say, just every 15 minutes, check this one out. We can do this now. So just got to click on all the lemons. Claim. We're waiting for the claim. Oh, what happened to our claim? Oh, there you go. There you go. There you go. So we just got a block reward this time, but like I say, we will be looking at this in more detail along with the pools and stuff like that. I just wanted to quickly do a quick fire thing at the beginning of the video, and then obviously we'll be looking at more detail as we go through it. This is my account, and like I say, you can see here. They're all the different coins. Here's me. I'm mining block, as you can see. Like I said, now one of the things you will have to do. You won't have to do it for a while, but basically, you can see I have an energy bar here. When you first sign up, you will have an energy bar, and I think it's about 150%. But once you repair for the very first time, which is great in a sense, because it doesn't cost you anything to repair. Just like Rollercoin, you know how you have to log in every so often and click that recharge electric thing? This is exactly the same. All it is to make sure that you're not buggering off for weeks and weeks and weeks and then just popping back in every now and again. Is to make sure that you log in regularly. Now, it does take a while to run down, and I advise what you do with the very first one, which is, like I say, it's about 150%. It might be a bit more than that, but I'm sure it's about 150%. Just keep using your program, and don't worry about repairing this until you get pretty low. I repaired it at about 50%, which I kind of regret, because as soon as you repair it, it goes to 100%. So you lose that bit extra. So we'll repair that now. There you go. So it's repaired. Therefore, you know, my equipment health is now all fine and all good, up and running. So obviously we were running anyway, but we're at 60%. So now we're at 100%. So like I say, that's one thing. That's the one thing that you need to just be checking every day, or just coming in. And it's like it says here, if the bar reaches 0%, the mining process will be stopped, and you stopped due the equipment needs to be repaired. So I don't believe it. I don't believe it alters the amount you're earning, but obviously, like it says, if it gets down to 0, your miners will stop, just like Larval Faucet. So again, another mining simulator game we use that has an energy bar, and it also has a health bar. And if the health bar gets down to 0, the miner essentially stops. Well, actually, it depends. It can just disappear, be destroyed, or it can also just drop down to the next level. But anyway, your health is very important with these things, and therefore you need to keep that topped up and remembering to click that regularly. Now, one of the things I will say when you first log in here is always check the news. Always check the news, because these guys are actually really good, and they do keep you informed of what is going on with the site. You know, they'll announce things like, you know, events, you know, free token giveaways, all that kind of stuff. Now, if we scroll down, you'll see here it says Faucet claim, mining reward, Faucet claim, and then you've got various other things. So there's loads of things like you can do surveys, you know, the usual stuff, surveys, PTC ads, short links, all those kind of stuff. And the cool, when you're doing that, even like, it will help build up your levels. Now, what I like about this is the levels bring bonus power. So even if you're in a low account and you're using the starter miner, you can basically increase that power by essentially doing the Faucet offer walls, which is your PTC ads, short links, all that kind of stuff. And that, you know, and that will boost that. And I've only been using this now for a couple of weeks, and I'm already at level 11, and I'm getting a 3.3% boost on my power. So that really obviously adds more to your mining, which then moves you up the ladder slightly in the block reward. So, because like we've said, the more power you have, the better reward you get from your pool. So the more you can upgrade this, the more bonus you get. Therefore, that bonus is added to your power. Therefore, the more power you have, and you get better rewards from your pool. So, that is something that you got to keep in mind. I would personally say you want to join the block pools. So this one, obviously, this is the biggest one. So the way you look at it is it's the biggest one. You got the biggest fee as well. And it's also got the most members. So essentially, you are going to be battling against the most amount of people, paying the biggest reward to earn anything from your block. So if you wanted to join this block, you're paying a lesser fee and there's less people. But what you've got to be aware of is, like I said, because as a pool owner, you want to have the most power. The more power you have, the more likely you are to find a block. So even though there is a lot of people in here, and even though you are paying the biggest fee, this pool is going to be finding blocks more often. So it's a balance. What do you want? If you go into this pool, you're going to earn more per block, but this pool is going to find more blocks. So again, it's down to what you decide. I went for this pool, but once I get my power up to a certain amount, I will be looking to open a pool for any of you guys that are interested. I will be looking to open up an actual coin pool for any of you guys that are interested, join that pool. But also as well, I'm basically just hanging in this one and building up my account at the moment. That's all I'm doing is I'm joining this. I've joined this one on the basis that they're going to find more blocks more often. Yes, I am paying a biggest fee, but the way I look at it is more blocks more often hopefully will overcome that sort of issue. Whereas down here, yes, you're going to pay less fee, but you're going to be getting payments less often. So again, I know I keep repeating myself, but it's just to try and make sure you guys understand how this system works. Okay, so everything's up and running. Your miner is up and running. What to do next? So the next thing you want to do is jump into the faucet. Okay, so this faucet is active all the time, but basically you can only claim every 15 minutes or 900 seconds. I believe that's 15 minutes. And then you just do a simple capture. So this says rough sea. So we click that one, that one, that one, that one. Now, what I'm hoping is going to show something that I want you guys to see, but it might just show the reward. So if we go verify, we go claim. Okay, yeah, so it's only showing the reward, but also make sure you click reload. So there you go, look, 900 seconds basically. So that only showed the reward, but if you're doing this often enough, you will also earn parts. So right now, Rollercoin has a thing where you can craft miners, yeah. So we collect parts, whether it be through the common chest or buying them off the market. You can collect parts and you can craft miners. Mining Block has done something way better, and I love this. Is just by using this faucet as often as you can, you will actually earn parts. So what I do, I'm lucky, I actually have a multiple monitor setup. When I'm obviously, we're looking at this site now for the video, but when I'm doing other work, I actually have this faucet open on my other monitor. So I can see every 15 minutes, I'm clicking that claim. I'm claiming that reward every 15 minutes. And because like I say, you're earning items. Now, if we go in craft, you can see right now I could craft this miner right now. I could also craft this miner right now. And as you go down the listing, the miners get better and better and better. I'm only 50. I can nearly craft that miner. I can craft this miner. And this is another thing I like. is they've got the small miner G1, yeah? But they've also got the small miner G1 overclocked edition. But it uses different things. So you think, well, if I've got enough for that, but if I've only just got enough for that, surely I can't get the overclock edition. But you can, because you'll notice, like in here, this requires 10 T1 chips, yeah? If you go down to the overclock edition, there's no T1 chips required, but there's other items required, which is again really cool, because through the faucet, you might have claimed no end of these things, but you might not have claimed a lot of T1 chips. So therefore, you might be able to build this miner, but you might not actually be able to build that miner, which is kind of weird. But I like that, because again, it's giving you another opportunity to get an actual better miner for completely free, because you're getting the parts from the faucet. The only thing you've got to do is, obviously, you've got to have the amount of block required to craft that miner. Now, that is quite easily attainable, and we're going to actually craft this miner right now. We're going to craft this. Yeah, we've crafted that, and now that should be available. And another nice thing is that when you craft, it's instantly available rather than having to wait 8 hours in as they do in Rollercoin. Now we can go in the inventory, and we can see it says no spaces now. So I think that's working. Is that working? Equip. Hang on. Oh, we still don't have enough, because it's got to be, you don't have enough because you've got to have 12. So you need 4 watts for that and 8 watts for that. Okay. Okay, so, well, that didn't work. Right, so let's go and try and basically rectify the problem. So basically what we can do is, obviously, the power supplies we've just bought. One of the things you can do is, obviously, they have a marketplace like we've just seen. So if we go here and we want to look at that, and then we go port, and then we go block, and then we go there. So that is now the cheapest. So so let's go into inventory. Right, that's so funny. So go to power supplies, and then, so that's the really cheap one. So let's sell that one. So block, so 0.007 sell. Right, so that's that. So we wanna, okay, it's on sale now. You can, so and then you see here, these are all of the items that we've gathered from the faucet. So, power supplies, chips, everything. But the other big thing is that event tokens. Now, there's only a couple of days left of these with the event. So personally, I'm not going to earn enough, or I'm not going to build up enough event tokens to basically make another miner. So I crafted one miner from the event tokens. But so if we go into, okay, so we want to sell it in block. And then you see, so this person's selling their event tokens at that price, which is actually more expensive. No, I think I sold mine a bit more expensive than that yesterday. So I had another couple, I think, yesterday. I found 3 today. So if we go into our inventory, go to material, scroll down to the bottom, event token, sell. So we're putting 3 on, block, paste. So this is essentially how I managed to build up my block, which enabled me to, obviously, as you just saw, craft that miner, but also enabled me to purchase various things from the store and all that kind of stuff. So like I say, there's multiple ways on this game or on this platform to build up to be able to build up your account. Right, okay, so at the moment we can't use that. Right, because I had a misunderstanding. I thought that as long as you had the total power of the largest one required, that's all. But basically, I should, obviously in the real world, that's not how it works. But for some weird reason, my brain thought it was. But you need 4 watts for that, and you need 8 watts for that. So that's a total of 12 watts that you need. We've got a total of 6 watts. So I'm going to equip this again. So equip that one again. So that adds a very small amount back to that power. And obviously we've got the 3.3% bonus as well. And then what I'm going to do is hopefully we'll resell those things. And then if we go back to the dashboard, once I get my block up to 0.25, I can then buy a small power supply from the market or from the store, which will actually give me 30 watts. So if we go in here, look, small power generator, 30 watts. It only takes up 1 space and it's 0.25 blocks. So that's what we'll do. We've crafted our miner. So obviously the miner's cool. That's not going anywhere. That is all ready to rock and roll. And then basically, once we get our power generator, that is then we can drop that in. And then we've got, obviously, we're going to have more, we're going to be mining a lot more because we've got that other miner. Okay, so short links. Unfortunately, a lot of these short links are not working. So any of these ones that say upper fly, or that say fly.me, right, at the end of them, so buzzfly.me, clicksfly.me, they're not working. Basically is even if you turn your ad blocker off or disable your ad blocker, whenever you click on it, if I click on this one, it just says, unless they fixed it, it just keeps saying that you've got an ad blocker on it. So basically we can't there. Look, you see ad block suspicious, and my ad block is not turned on. So at the moment we can't use those, but if you scroll down to the lower ones, like things like AdBull, we can use that. That allows us to that's a dead easy claim. So it does take a little bit of a while as well though for this for these to pop up. Here you go, so it will come up now. So just click continue and then you click crossroads, that's a skip. So traffic lights, yeah, okay, vehicles. Most of the times these go through pretty quick actually. So yeah, there you go, there you go. Okay, and that's it. That's it. And then what you're going to get from that is you're going to get a payout of there from AdBull. You got a payout, but also you're going to get a percentage added to this bar, which then obviously once you start moving up the levels, you're going to get that power bonus. So again, so this is where another thing that mining block do so much better than miner farm is, rather than, because miner farm totally relied on people investing. It totally relied on people investing, and and then that, I think that was always going to be a problem as well. It's another thing that I think led to their downfall, where Mining Block, they have incorporated short links, they've incorporated offer walls and all this stuff, and these are all things that they earn money back. So, you know, every time you do something on Bitswall or Monlix or, you know, want to add CP Research, they get something for that. So that helps, again, with the longevity and sustainability of the site. So, again, this is another reason why that I think that even though I loved Miner Farm and everything that it gave you, the interactability and all that stuff, that Mining Blocks doesn't quite give you, although they do give you a lot of stuff very similar to Miner Farm, but they don't give you everything. But what Miner Farm, Mining Block have done is that they've, like I say, I don't know if they could be the same people that ran Miner Farm, and then they years later, you know, they've sort of, with things, you know, like offer walls and all this kind of stuff, realized, well, okay, we could redo this, but so much better, and, you know, and they've put things in place to make sure that what happened to Miner Farm didn't happen. But that is total speculation. I could be completely wrong. The people that ran Miner Farm probably have nothing to do with this, but it is very, very similar. But like I say, Mining Block do a much better job of like I say, creating sustainability to the site. See how we get on with our faucet. Here we go. So we can claim another one. So cake. What's a cake? No, that's ice cream. Okay. Ooh. Right, there you go. Look, a power supply and your reward. And then sometimes you might get two or three different. You might get two, like a graphics card, a power supply, and a T1 chip, and then get your reward. Sometimes you might get two or three T1 chips, but they all, you know, most of the times you will always get something that you can craft other miners from this faucet, which is absolutely brilliant. Just as a bit of a throwback, so this is, obviously, we know this is the dashboard for Mining Block. This is what the dashboard of Miner Farm used to look like. So you've got your balance, your hashing power. They even went into basically having to control your power supply, so things would start heating up, or your miner room. You could buy AC units, all that kind of stuff. So this was basically when I first opened my account. You can see here hashing 26th of the 12th 2017, and here basically that is how much they had basically distributed from September 2015. And you've got the same look. You've got the dashboard. You've got a shop, the trade, that would be the marketplace. They actually had an employee market, which I'm hoping Mining Block don't bring in, because that was another cost to the members. You had mining, then you got your inventory. You had a repair room, but instead we have that repair bar. Then you got badges, which would, like, as you progressed and built up your account and you hit certain milestones, you got these little reward badges, which were kind of fun. I kind of liked that. Then you got the pools. You had your various stats. You had help. And you know, and like I say, but the similarities are absolutely massive between these two programs. What I do like is they do have a live chat. There always seems to be an active moderator that you can put your questions to. Obviously, I've not used the support yet, but it does. But if you go in here, you can. Is it in here or is it in here? It might be in my profile. I'm not 100% sure, but they do have a support. They do have. Oh yeah, it says here, if you have a complaint, go and send a message to support, but basically don't spam them. So, you know, if you've got a complaint, fine, but don't just keep sending the same message over and over and over and over again. Wait for a reply. And as I always say, so that'll be your support there where it says contact. Sorry. So as I always say, be polite. You know, you're not going to get anywhere if you are basically sending in a ticket, effing and blinding and accusing them of things before they've even had a chance to read what your complaint is and try and fix your problem. Always send polite, courteous tickets and you will get a response much faster. I've always said this, I've said it for years, I always do it, and I tend to find I get responses from sites where people have said, I've sent in 10 tickets and I've got no response. Well, it's because you've sent 10 tickets, and I bet in those tickets, each one you've probably said been less and less polite. So I'm not saying that is always the case, but generally I will send one ticket, very polite, and 99% of the time I will get a response. So it's just as a word of warning that if you are sending a support ticket, just follow those rules and you should get a response. Okay, so I'm going to leave that there. I hope you found it helpful, useful and informative. And if you can smash that like button, it really does support my channel, which then helps me make more content to help you. So take care, have a great rest of your week, and I'll speak to you soon. Thanks a lot. Bye.